Hello everyone, and welcome back to W13 Universe. I'm your host Jet. You're watching ECW, kicking things off with a hardcore championship defense. Can't think of a better way to kick off tonight's episode. Any introductions for Ryback? No, we're not doing introductions right from the first match. Okay. I mean, he's there. Good old Justin Roberts, he's there. He's just doing what Justin Roberts does best. Literally nothing. He's terrible. Well, Ryback is set for a hardcore championship defense, and thanks to your votes, David Otunga has been given a rematch tonight. And that's right, Law and Order. David Otunga has promised us that he has found a new tag team partner. He calls their group Law and Order, and we will be seeing his tag team partner in action later on tonight. David Otunga promises us he will be in the corner of his partner, and he is going to get some great satisfaction as he watches his tag team partner take on Sin Cara later on tonight. Very curious to see what David Otunga has got up his sleeve. Forgotten that was a thing, but here you go. Alright, David Otunga could become hardcore champion. I mean, the odds are definitely not in his favor, but this is a rematch that he has insisted he deserves. He really believes that it was Sin Cara and Santino Marella holding him back. That is the reason that this man was able to lost his championship. Let's just word it like that. He blames those guys, and frankly, Sin Cara was the last man eliminated. It was down to Sin Cara to be the one to ensure that David Otunga was not hardcore champion, and was hardcore champion coming out of Judgment Day. And, well, as I kind of messed up and just said there, he made sure he wasn't. Clothesline there out of the corner from Otunga. Very freshly oiled for this match, as always. Last week we saw a very different side of David Otunga. He charged the ring and during one of Ryback's matches, I believe against Jinder Mahal for the Hardcore Championship. And Mahal tried ordering Otunga to help him beat up Ryback, and Otunga actually said no, and handed Ryback an even easier victory than what he was already currently dealing with. I don't necessarily think there's a lot of respect between these two. I mean, I guess in a way it's possible that Ryback's the order in the group Law and Order that we'll be seeing later on tonight. It's possible that that's the case. Oh wow, Ryback hurt himself off of that one. Do I believe it? I'm not entirely convinced. I don't think that David Otunga has somehow managed to win Ryback over despite this hardcore championship defense tonight, especially if Otunga does find a way to win it. Otunga's got a ladder. Ryback taking that ladder and setting it up. And sending him into it. My god, what a combo! Ryback going into the cover straight away off of that, and you can't really blame the guy. That was a good move. We've seen a lot of people kind of try to get through to Otunga the potential that they see in him. Kofi Kingston offered a sign of mutual respect to David Otunga after defeating him a few weeks back here on ECW. Ryback at one point was actually willing to team with Otunga before that led to Sin Cara and Santino Marella's alignment with Otunga. There are a lot of people that see the potential in David Otunga. I mean, the man came into the business in the Nexus alongside Justin Gabriel and Wade Barrett. He's always had allies. He's always had people that kind of see something in him. The problem that David Otunga's got is he's got that Harvard ego. Let's just go with that. Ryback, man. He's gonna take David Otunga into the ropes. There's a reversal by Otunga. Tonight, the challenges get bigger and bigger. Last week, we saw Dolph Ziggler pull off a... Whoa! What a reversal by Otunga. We saw Dolph Ziggler pull off an incredible upset victory over Eddie Guerrero in what was a absolute match of the week, no doubt about it. Dolph Ziggler, Eddie Guerrero last week. Tonight, Dolph Ziggler has to return to the tag division, which he has been very vocal about, feeling he should maybe be in line for the ECW title instead of Eddie Guerrero. It will not be the case, but that is something that Dolph Ziggler has argued strongly. We're actually seeing someone get some offense in on Ryback right now. That is impressive. Whether you like Otunga or not, he is doing his job right now. What I was going to say is tonight's main event, that series continues. As I said, we're going to be seeing a sequence of singles matches featuring all three members from the Triple Threat at SummerSlam next Sunday. And tonight is Stone Cold's turn. The ECW World Champion Mark Henry in singles competition next week. Oh, big clothesline there by Ryback, the meat hook as he calls it. And that's still not enough to put Otunga away. But, yep, tonight Stone Cold Steve Austin has got an interesting challenge and an absolute dream match ahead of him. He is set to go one-on-one with Ken Shamrock, the first ever ECW World Television Champion. This is Shamrock's first match since losing the title to The Big Show back at Judgment Day just over a month ago. It has been some time since we've seen Shamrock in action. He's really tried to recollect his thoughts, but ECW management has said that he definitely seems fit to be involved in the World Championship division. And because there's no rematches in the television title, he's going to go straight to the top, straight to that World Championship spot. We'll see how he does against Stone Cold tonight. As here comes the shell shock from Ryback on David Otunga. Is that going to be the exclamation point? It is not. David Otunga is still in this. To what extent, I'm not sure, but... Oh, big clothesline, man. It hasn't been a very hardcore championship match. I don't think Ryback particularly likes to rely on weapons to get the job done. There you see it. The, oh no, I didn't know what that was called. The verdict from Otunga, and almost we had a new hardcore champion. That... I think the championship just flashed before Ryback's eyes. He almost saw his undefeated streak come to an end. Otunga is impressing right now. Ryback, what's he going to do here? You got Otunga up on the top. And this can't be a good impact for Otunga. Ryback setting him up big time. Superplex off the top. Ryback saying, feed me more. Otunga to his feet, meat hook. Oh, just barely missed him. Otunga managed to withstand that one. But nevertheless, a very weakened Otunga dropped with the shell shock. Here's the cover from the hardcore champ. What? What? Ryback has had enough of David Otunga. This man is showing he's got nothing left to lose. Of course he's going to fight with everything he's got in him. Otunga said he was going to be at ringside for his new partner tonight. Is he even going to be able to compete? Oh! Now we're seeing Ryback actually pull out that hardcore side. He has to. He realized that he can't seem to brute force Otunga enough that he's got to take it to the next level. I've never understood the complaints about a safe work environment. It's a contact sport. The whole point of this job is to beat each other up. Why would you be upset that they're damaging each other? That's the point. Ah yes, but they must do it safely. And a third meat hook. That time he actually got him full force. That has got to be it. Impressive, incredible performance by David Otunga tonight. Really trying to break the mold, trying to show the world that he will give whatever it takes. I don't think he's going to forget the fact that he was voted into this match. There were people who believed in David Otunga, if even for a second. But before they compete in singles competition, the Road Warrior Animal is set to compete against Santino Marella next. However, we got some comments from him. We will now take you to backstage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ECW World Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors. Rumor has it, with Primo and Epico back in action, and you losing to them in the ECW World Tag Team Championship Tournament quarterfinals a few months back, they're inevitably getting a shot at your championship at SummerSlam. What are your thoughts? Primo and Epico are a couple of nobody runts who've proven since that one victory over us that it was nothing more than a fluke. They want a shot at our championship next Sunday at SummerSlam. It's their funeral. Primo, Epico, when you step into the ring with the Road Warriors, only one team walks out of this one alive. And well, we've seen just how accident-prone Epico is. Tune in next Sunday, folks, because this underdog story has one sad, gory ending. Santino Marella is in the ring as we come back here on ECW. And I hope this man realizes what he has signed himself up for. He is getting in the ring with one half of the ECW World Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors. He says him and Sin Cara deserve to be a more prevalent part of the tag division. We'll see just how much they can do that here tonight in this singles match.
And approaching the ring, accompanied by Road Warrior Hawk, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 305 pounds, one half of the ECW World Tag Team Champions, Road Warrior Animal.
Some very imposing words from the Road Warriors in regards to SummerSlam. It sounds like it is on. Epico and Primo getting that ECW World Tag Team Championship shot at SummerSlam. There is no fear in the hearts of the Road Warriors when it comes to the guys that knocked them out of the very first round of the ECW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. They are now in strong belief that that was just a fluke and it will not happen again. I guess we'll see just how true those words ring if they really do end up getting a shot. Santino Marella straight in there to try and go for Animal, and clearly that has worked out well for him so far. Big shoulder tackle there. Road Warrior Hawk at ringside. Of course, Sin Cara waiting up for his matchup later on tonight. He's set to go one-on-one with David Otunga's new tag team partner. Otunga promises it's going to be a huge upgrade from Santino Marella and Sin Cara combined. The new tag team known as Law and Order will deliver just that here on ECW. It'll be interesting to see if Otunga is still able to be at ringside for his tag team partners matchup after he went through a grueling fight there with Ryback. I'd have to think that maybe he's not quite ready to be at ringside. And there's the running power slam by Road Warrior Animal. That is usually the exclamation point, the finishing part in this match. Could it be that Santino Marella is done already? Why, of course it is. It was Santino Marella, after all. The Road Warriors sending a very clear message to their SummerSlam opponents, Epico and Primo, with this quick, effective victory. And up next, we will be, in fact, seeing their SummerSlam opponents, Epico and Primo, in tag team action. Very essential match for Epico and Primo tonight. They have got to pick up that victory over Team DZ, a team that is almost responsible for their more recent injury. Well, that match is up next, and following Daniel Bryan's upset loss via roll-up to Primo, I'm very curious to see how this one goes down.
tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan.
This is one solid tag team. No cracks in the foundation for these guys. They have always worked well as a combination. But here tonight, they are set to face off against Epico and Primo. And after what went down for Daniel Bryan last week, I almost don't like their chances as much as I traditionally would. But with that being said, Dolph Ziggler did really impress. And you can't just sweep that one under the rug. This man picked up a victory over Eddie Guerrero in the main event. You can't ignore that. That was impressive. Last week, Dolph Ziggler closed the show with one major victory. But here is one team that I think a lot of people love believing in.
At a combined weight of 435 pounds, Primo and Epico.
Epico is determined, he is motivated, he doesn't want to see himself out on the injured list once again. These guys have literally just been told, hey, you want a tag team title shot at SummerSlam next Sunday? You got it. They've saved the date. The Road Warriors have said, absolutely, we'll do it. Epico and Primo might be in for a tough time next week, though. I guess we'll have to wait and see how things go down. And of course, can't wait to see what happens when the former champions return. Talking about Cactus Jack, Chainsaw Charlie, the first ever tag team champions. They're not due a rematch, but it'll be interesting to see what happens when they come back to this thriving tag division. And here we go. We're going to start things off with Daniel Bryan and Primo, throwing it back to last week's tag team matchup. Very, very interested in seeing next week's tag team championship bout. I mean, I can't imagine why Epico and Primo wouldn't take up the challenge. It was a rumor circulating that they would be next in line for the tag team championships. They themselves haven't really spoken out on the situation, but of course it does make sense. Yes, the Road Warriors are the tag team champions, but you can't forget Epico and Primo, they made it to the finals, or the semifinals of that tournament, whereas the Road Warriors were eliminated in the very first round by these guys. You can't exactly ignore the potential that these guys possess. Primo up on the top. And Daniel Bryan just can't keep up. He is all over that ring right now. Not every day you see Daniel Bryan outsped by people, but Primo really kind of getting the best of him. I mean, the guy's going to be riding a lot of momentum after the victory he picked up last week. And speaking of people picking up victories last week, here comes the man that closed out ECW last week. Dolph Ziggler, what a win over Eddie Guerrero. What a great match that was. Truly one day. I'm not one of those people that's rooting for the day Team DZ split up. Hell, I feel like these guys could be a tag team for life. But I will say, if they ever do, Dolph Ziggler is absolutely going to be a star when he's putting on performances like the one he did against Eddie Guerrero. There's no doubt in my mind that that guy is destined for greatness as either a tag team legend or a little bit of both, frankly. They may have never held a tag team title, but I feel like it's only a matter of time for Team DZ. Let's not forget that they did actually make it to the finals of the Tag Team Championship tournament. It is only because they had so much damage dealt to them beforehand in their match against the Ministry of Darkness that we actually saw Team DZ take such an easy loss to Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie for the tag team title. Who knows how different things could have played out had they not been so beaten up from earlier on that same night. Whereas Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, they were 100% going into that. Epico could be in trouble here, and of course, I think there's a lot of nerves right now when Epico's in that ring. This man has suffered 2 back-to-back concussions in the exact same way of putting himself through that table by mistake. The goal was always simple. It was put your opponent through the table. Unfortunately for Epico, on more than one occasion, that didn't go as planned. Perhaps he should keep away from the announce desk. He knows what's best for him. Epico with Ziggler on the ropes, and there's a big stomp to the chest. Epico thinking he's got a victory over Ziggler. It's going to take a lot more than that to defeat the man who is, I guess, in some factor, potentially a contender for the ECW World Championship. Cross body there. What is Primo doing here? Setting Dolph up. Oh no. Dolph with the reversal. Heads up move by Dolph Ziggler. There's a German suplex. Up next, Sin Cara in action against David Otunga's new tag team partner in the team known as Law and Order. David Otunga, of course, a lawyer. There is a good origin story to that. I'd love to know who provides the order. ECW's got a lot of great potential partners. And the ring goes Primo. Daniel Bryan punked out by Primo once again. Primo really seems to have Bryan's number right now. You can see it kind of eating away at Bryan a little bit. He seems to be getting in his partner's way right now. I feel like things are getting a little bit too personal here. Bryan may need to take a step back. Goes for that drop kick. Dolph Ziggler with a quick reversal. Heads up move by Dolph Ziggler, as they say. What's Dolph looking to do? Going outside the ring. And Dolph trying to bait, and Primo... Oh! That did not go as I think Primo expected. But he's alright. He's alright, folks. He's okay. Epico telling everyone to calm down. Obviously, there's a lot of motivation right now for Epico to do what has put him through the serious agony more than once. This doesn't go well. He's laid out that pole position. Is Epico going to do it? Epico playing it safe this time. He's getting up on that announce table. And Dolph with the reversal. No, not again. No. But Epico is up. He's on his feet this time, guys. He said, look, he's saying, I'm okay. He's alright, guys. No concussion this time, hopefully. I mean, he could have suffered a minor concussion that he's just not realized yet. That is possible. Over the ropes. Nobody home. And into the ring comes Daniel Bryan. This man is very determined to put Primo in his place after losing to him last week. And it was really the comic justice of it all in the way that Daniel Bryan lost. Epico coming out when he was said to not be in the building, said to be injured. Very similar to that of what we saw. Oh wow, that couldn't have gone worse. Okay. Something that Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler pulled a fast one over in the past. Where's this camera on? Why did it rotate the controls? Into the corner of Epico and Primo. Looks like a tag was going to be made there, but Bryan with the reversal. Into the ropes, 619. Straight to the back of the head, and oh, right hand by Primo. Dolph Ziggler not standing for that one. Oh, cross body there. Bryan to his feet, drop back down. Tag made to his tag team partner. In comes Epico. Another step up kick there. And Bryan getting bested right now by Epico and Primo. Seems like he's kind of letting the team down a little bit. What is Epico looking to do here? What is gory? But oh, okay. Just as a basic move, why not? Here's the cover by Epico. Still not enough to put away Daniel Bryan. But there's the backstabber by Epico. Primo charging on over, knocks Dolph Ziggler off the apron. Here's the cover on Bryan. Oh, almost. Almost got him again. Could you imagine Bryan letting down Team DZ for the second week in a row. I don't think Dolph is going to like that. Dolph right now has a victory over one of the top contenders for the World Championship. Now he wants a victory over one of the top contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. He's got to keep that momentum rising. But right now, things are not looking good for Team DZ. Dolph can't get a word in. He can't get in the ring. He is fuming on that corner. And the corner tag made to Primo. Epico and Primo working as a fantastic unit. It is so good to see these guys back in the ring and doing their thing. Daniel Bryan is getting bested. Crazy. Here's the cover off that diving headbutt. Daniel Bryan, he's done! Dolph couldn't believe it. He didn't think he was going to lose to that. Daniel Bryan letting the boys down for the second week in a row, but what a win for Epico and Primo, who were just all over Bryan. He couldn't get a move in. This guy's moved so fast, so technically sound. I think they may just be as ready as they could ever be for the Road Warriors next Sunday. Wish these guys the best of luck in that Tag Team Championship match. Can the underdogs pick up the major tag team title victory? Right now, I want to say yes, but up next we're moving on to our next match of the night. Sin Cara set to face off against The Order in Law and Order. We welcome you back here on ECW, awaiting the arrival of Santino Marella's tag team partner and David Otunga's former ally, Sin Cara. Set to face off against Otunga's new ally. This should be an interesting match.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds,
Sin Cara, once upon a time, was someone a lot of fans believed in, but that has really slipped as time has gone on. He seems to have gotten in with the wrong crowd. He seems to very much, I don't really know what Sin Cara's end goal is, to be honest. I just know he doesn't seem very beloved by the crowd these days. Wow. Is this really Otunga's partner? No way! Oh my god! David Otunga? I mean, yeah, I'd call that Law and Order. David Otunga with one hell of a big partner. No freaking way. I'll tell you what, that's a big step up from Santino Marella and Sin Cara. He wasn't kidding. This is someone I'd definitely take a lot more seriously as a potential bright future for David Otunga. Seems like he's finally kind of opened his eyes a little bit. You got the guy? Wow. Fans clearly quite into this reveal. You got the guy? Look at that, yeah, solidarity. I couldn't have picked a stranger couple of guys to do that kind of cutscene with, but whatever. So here we go, Tensai going up against Sin Cara, and I gotta say, if you're Sin Cara, you gotta be scared for your life. Oh my god. Choke bomb drops Sin Cara flat down. Coming off the ropes, senton across the chest is Sin Cara. I definitely think that Santino Marella and Sin Cara are on the losing end of this dispute. So backing up. Oh, right out of the ring. This is a combination I think I could really enjoy. David Otunga and Tensai. It's so unusual, and yet something about it just feels right. David Otunga trying to bait Sin Cara into hitting him. Keep in mind, David Otunga has been through a match with Ryback earlier in the night. And here comes Santino. He's seen about enough of this. Oh boy. Santino Marella trying to crash Tensai's first night as the partner of Otunga. I just hope this isn't a setup like the Ryback situation was. Otunga doesn't seem to be stopping Santino. We don't need another one of these on our hands. Santino Marella just flew. Literally. And it looks like Tensai is very welcoming of Santino Marella getting involved in this matchup. Well, David, this is your chance to do something about Santino. I know you've been through a match with Ryback, but, you know, do something. Watch your new partner's back a little. I don't know if Otunga can be trusted. Oh, Tensai, where is Tensai going? There's nothing I can do? He's not invincible, come on. Let me have some fun. It looks like Tensai has shifted his focus entirely. Hold on a minute. Well, hold on. This man's not supposed to be in the ring. Santino Marella has been thrown into the ring. Referee trying to get some order in here. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Tensai stacking him up. Ooh. And Tensai. Oh, boy. Santino getting a little bit of comeuppance for his troubles. And Tensai is not letting Santino get away from this one. He wants both of them. Tensai clearly trying to take him on 2-on-1. Referee obviously and forcing Santino to leave the ring. And it looks like Santino has been kicked from ringside too. Yeah, looks like he's backing up. He's had enough. Green mist from Tensai. Ooh, right into the face. I mean, I guess at least he's got a mask to protect him. Drops him flat down, hand on head. And that's a victory for Tensai. Wow. I mean, I'll tell you what, we didn't really see any help from David Otunga, but if this was a setup, well, it didn't exactly work. Tensai trying to show some respect to Sin Cara, and of course, Sin Cara not going to take it. A very bitter man under that mask. Well, Tensai is victorious. Him and David Otunga, they could go places. But up next, it's our main event, Ken Shamrock and Stone Cold Steve Austin for the first time. And this is it. This is our main event for tonight. Ken Shamrock is back in action. The first time we've seen him since his television title loss. Fuck off, Justin Roberts. You had your chance to talk. You fail every time. I'm talking over you. I don't care. Shut up. Alright, you finish it. Ken Shamrock, former ECW World Television Champion, won the title on his first night here on the job, has now got a slightly bruised record of, I believe, like 9-1. He was undefeated for quite some time, but obviously the thing about the television championship is it's quite a grueling task, because not only is your win-loss record on the line, with that one you've also got to defend your television championship, which means your opponents are going to be that little bit more hungry and determined to best you. I think that's exactly what happened to Ken Shamrock. I gotta admit, as much as I think Mark Henry is a fantastic champion, as much as I think he really fits the mold for what it means to be a world champion, I gotta give it a Stone Cold Steve Austin this Sunday or next Sunday at SummerSlam in that triple threat match. The man has laid out Eddie Guerrero and Mark Henry at any given opportunity. The world champion seems to be a little bit shaken to his core right now. I'm very curious to see exactly how Mark Henry overcomes this triple threat situation, because as you all don't know, because you're so clueless about wrestling, in a triple threat match the champion doesn't even have to be pinned or submitted to lose the title. Sorry, I had to quote WWE commentators just once. Just had to really insult your intelligence for just a moment there. I hope you understand. Here he comes. I guess you couldn't exactly go 2 weeks without seeing the ECW World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry at ringside for this bout between Ken Shamrock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm very curious to see exactly how that changes things up in this matchup.
Just watch how this match plays out. Well, can you blame him, Michael? I don't even like talking to you unless I have
Ken Shamrock, of course, can try to get in the head of the ECW World Heavyweight Champion as well. Should Mark Henry survive here tonight, should survive next Sunday at SummerSlam, maybe Ken Shamrock could be next in line at Unforgiven in October, 1 week removed from SmackDown's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Shamrock has the arm.
It's going to be one hell of a special occasion. SummerSlam, all three brands under one roof. Many matches on that show. It is SummerSlam. It is considered one of the big events of the year.
From behind. There's the suplex. He swung wild with that one.
So far confirmed for SummerSlam from ECW. We know that the ECW World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line between Mark Henry, Stone Cold, and Eddie Guerrero. We also know that the ECW World Tag Team Championship will be on the line. The Road Warriors up against Epico and Primo. I have to think that's going to be it for ECW from pay-per-view, to be honest, but you never know. Over on Friday nights, they got the World Heavyweight Championship situation. I'd have to assume The Undertaker going to be getting his World Heavyweight Championship rematch against Kane at SummerSlam. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Brother versus brother. We saw it at Capital Punishment, and it was a great match then. Also from SmackDown, I want to say there's more than that in the stars. I mean, obviously the Celtic Cross have been challenged to reunite by Edge and Christian. They have said that they will give them a WWE Tag Team Championship opportunity just to see who the greatest tag team of all time truly is between these two longest reigning tag team champion pairings. I think that's everything currently written in the stars for SmackDown. Oh no, of course, how could I forget? And of course we got that 30-minute Iron Woman match, Beth Phoenix and Karma for the Divas Championship. The loser must retire. What an announcement that was back on Friday night. Just trying to quickly see how big of a show we got so far. It's just 5 matches, and then over on Raw, we know that Kevin Nash will be going one-on-one with Vader in just this anything goes all-out battle. There must be a winner. That's going to be an interesting one. We've also got, coming from Raw, the Women's Championship set to be on the line. Some kind of triple threat match currently in the makings. The former champion Tiny Shiny wants her title back facing Natalya, but on top of that, Layla, rightfully a #1 contender after having just bested the new women's champion. That should be a very good matchup between 3 of Raw's finest at SummerSlam. And as well as all of that, the WWE Championship on the line. The Miz and Randy Orton for the first time ever. Two people who are often cited as some of the very best of all time in this series. Set to go one-on-one in a match that has never actually happened before. And of course there is still room for more. Right now we are looking at 8 matches. Austin.
Here comes Stone Cold. Ouch. That'll scramble your brains.
So far I'd say these two have been pretty evenly matched in this one. I hear that Mark Henry has in fact requested that next week on ECW he runs a gauntlet. He says he doesn't want one opponent like Eddie Guerrero or Stone Cold. He wants 3. So he wants the ECW management, whoever that is, since Mr. Love had to take some time away. Whoever that is, they are going to be scheduling a gauntlet match for Mark Henry next week. 3 opponents back to back. Can Mark Henry truly prove just how great, how dominant he is when he is just 5 days away from his biggest World Championship defense to date? Stone Cold Steve Austin got Shamrock caught up there, but Shamrock to his feet knocks Austin off. Imagine to see Ken Shamrock tap out. If anything, he is the master of making others tap out. However, I'm not sure Stone Cold ever bothered to learn how to submit in a match. I don't think that man ever intends on giving up in any regard.
Squeezing down on the head. Oh my, an explosive suplex. Steve Austin now landing some strikes. Ouch. Hard shot by Austin. Austin from behind. Shamrock counters. Shamrock. A reversal by Stone Cold.
Michael Cole's voice dying worse than mine is lately.
What an impact from that kick.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock, slow-paced matchup thus far, but really haven't seen much of an upper hand from either guy. Big suplex there by Shamrock. I don't know how that came out so weird. I almost went to say like Shenron. That'd be a very different wrestling match.
A powerful belly-to-belly suplex. Nice catch.
Tender kick in the midsection, but it's a clothesline takedown by Stone Cold, and now the submission applied here. Ken Shamrock got to crawl to those ropes or fight out, and he fights out. Naturally. Wouldn't expect any less from Ken Shamrock. What's next week on ECW? You can also look forward to the Big Show back in singles competition defending that television championship. We've been told Ken Shamrock will be getting his one-on-one match with the Big Show next week. Can Shamrock become a 2-time television champion? Well, that is for us to find out next week in that matchup. Law and Order set to face off against Santino Marella and Sin Cara in a tag team match. We're going to be seeing Antonio Cesaro in singles competition to kick the show off next week as he faces off against Gangrel. And we'll also be seeing next week a fatal 4-way match pitting 4 members of 4 separate teams into one matchup. It will be Epico representing Epico and Primo, Hawk representing the Road Warriors, Daniel Bryan representing Team DZ, and Diamond Dallas Page representing his unnamed current team with Kofi Kingston. That should be a very good fatal 4-way matchup. You don't want to miss that one. Tag team division really on display next week, just 5 days before SummerSlam. My phone decided that it was going to just start listening to the words I was saying. That's not creepy at all.
And this is going to return to the ring. And he put everything he had behind that Irish whip.
Attempted a running kick there by Shamrock, but Austin was able to duck it.
What a neck breaker.
What a nut breaker.
His leg connected. There's a drop kick. And did you hear the impact on that kick?
Into the corner. Shamrock clotheslines Austin. I gotta say, Shamrock has had a lot of offense on Stone Cold. This isn't exactly how I was expecting things to go for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And that fist just plunges into his opponent. Shamrock squeezing down on the head.
Squeezing down on the head. And now Ken Shamrock with Austin up above his head. Big vertical suplex. Drops Austin flat down. Center of the ring. Austin back up to his feet. This man will not go down without one hell of a fight. Quick dick breaker.
Got the arm up. Look at this.
Shamrock. Oh,
Counter to the
Austin just about ducked. I think Shamrock planning something big there. You could see the look in his eyes.
elbow tie-up.
Fans chanting for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That Irish whip was delivered with tremendous aggression.
Austin trying to get in the head of Mark Henry. You saw the way his head pinged over. He knows he's in that corner. Just over by the announce desk, Mark Henry watching on.
Able to reverse it, get out of that.
You know he's just here to make his presence felt. Intimidation is Mark Henry's key. Stone Cold Steve Austin sends Ken Shamrock into the ring post, head burst.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if that nose just shattered. Oh, man.
We are halfway through the time limit given in this match. I have a feeling this one could end up going to a time limit draw.
In a match because he can make you
Two very hard-hitting superstars facing off for the first time.
Austin controlling the arm.
I don't think we've seen the half of what these guys are capable of, though.
Like a weapon. And the gas tank may be empty for Ken Shamrock.
Shamrock up against the barricade. Austin back in the ring. Ugh. God, I hate the AI in this game so much. I just didn't know how I wanted to see this one play out, so I let the game play it. I forgot that it would just Irish whip for the next 5 minutes. And it will get its stupid barricade break, and then it will decide to wrap things up. Or it will go for another barricade break. It's one or the other.
Oh, did you hear that? Steel and flesh collided. And he gets back in.
Back into the ring goes Stone Cold. Ken Shamrock slow on his feet. Austin just broke the count. Shamrock wants to settle things inside the ring. Never mind. No, he doesn't. How do I call this? Like, what do I say is happening here? This isn't human behavior. No wrestling match would do this. There isn't really a way to call what's happening right now.
Like we're going back inside.
And they're playing the dancing on the outside game. It's a really fun way to burn through time for no reason.
What a painful kick. Just a fantastic suplex.
I guess maybe they just felt the match was going on a little too short. Like there was just too much happening in too short of a period of time. Rather than just slowing the methodical pace Benefit King down, they decided to just fight on the outside.
Big impact into the guardrail. Oh, big Irish whip right into that security wall. Look at these two jockey for position.
Come on. No, you got to. So good.
Oh no, Shamrock's got him.
Whenever it ends up like this, I really struggle to focus on the match. I just don't care anymore.
Ken Shamrock is good at getting under people's skin. Oh, what a whip. Rattling every fiber of his being. Talk about a car crash. He gets out of trouble there.
Sorry, everyone. That's just WWE 13 for you.
Stone Cold just doesn't stop attacking.
It'll end eventually. You just, you know, every now and then you think you've got yourself a good show, a good match, and then you remember what game you're currently dealing with. There will come a time where we will not be doing WWE 13, and it will kind of improve in 14, and then it will get a lot better in 15 because they have selling, and then from 16 onwards it will be great because, well, from 16 onwards there's like limited reversals and stuff. The AI is pretty much a lot smarter than this. I don't understand how they got the AI so wrong in WWE 13, honestly. I think this might genuinely be the worst programmed AI in any WWE game I can think of. You genuinely can't... oh, there it is. You genuinely can't trust the AI to fight each other. Like, this is what happens when you do. They literally cannot be trusted.
Now back to the ring.
Don't care. I'm sorry, everyone. I will care if it gets back in the ring and continues. I think we've got ourselves a boring count out one though. Really looks like it. Yep. I really need to make a mental note of just never letting the game play a match out. Ever. No matter how much I want to. Because this sucked, and I'm sorry. That was 15 minutes of nothing. What an awful main event. What an awful game. Wow. And as you can tell, he's just so exhausted, guys. That was a really tough one for him. He really struggled to overcome the odds there. But I think he just about managed. Well, thanks for joining me for ECW. One of these days, I will actually, you know, remember to not ever trust the AI again, and we will have a much better show because of it. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.